All right, people. You already know what time it is, man. This is Hidden Valor show. I got a special week. And got a little something right here. You know how we start the shizzo out. Got our little intros and everything. Still working on it. In week 4, people. We still just trying to make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? But if you know what it is, then you know what it is. So you might as well come on. All right. And you all tuned in too. Yeah. Well, that thing look nice, don't it? I like that. I like that. I like that. All right, so check it out. Y'all see the names, you know what I'm saying? You already know the things, what we do up in here. I am United States Army veteran. And pseudo name is Captain Colonel Roundtree, you know what I'm saying? If y'all really know what it is, you know what it is. But and shouts out to my cohort out there, Mr. 03, Sergeant Stoutamaire, holding it down, representing Polk County out there, down here in Florida. And we do these shows each and every Thursday morning, 10 a.m. And we getting it in, people. We haven't even scratched the surface yet of how we want to really have the show looking and running and all of that. It's just rolling right now, you know what I'm saying? That's how we doing it. It's just rolling, and we making it do what it do. But my purpose for this show, the purpose for the Hidden Valor show, is to expose hidden resources and benefits that are due to every veteran out there. So, I mean, beyond me doing just my own personal research, I keep my ears open. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing I do. I keep my ears open. And let me get a little fancy background going. I keep my ears open, and I listen when people start telling me stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so I was talking to, shouts out to Steve out there, Mr. I have to find this card real quick. Steve, where's your card at? All right, yeah, Steve May with Transparent Retirement Group. He's a retirement specialist, and shouts out to the amazing Judge Dredd. He's another fellow veteran of mine. Good friend, and DJ buddy and all that kind of good stuff. And we went to a seminar. He invited me, to one of them all, the little free each seminars. You can hear us talk doom and gloom to you, with some good information in between. You know what I'm saying? You just got to know. You got to, you have to learn how to listen with your ears open and your eyes open at the same time. Some people only listen with their eyes, and some people only listen with their ears, but they don't do it simultaneously to get the whole full picture sometimes. So we go and sit down, and of course, it's everybody in there is 55 and up. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only one in there looking like a spring chicken out of an egg. And but it's all good, because if you listen, all information applies to you. People, we all gonna get old. We all gonna get older. We all gonna, you know what I'm saying? Progressing levels of life. And with those progressions in life, you should be thinking about certain things. I mean, unless you just think you're gonna live forever, then it is what it is, Peter Pan. But for all of us other people that live in reality, you need to be thinking about retirement thinking about IRAs, thinking about trust, family trust, and especially if you got assets, if work actually put something into the system and work, you should have some assets and stuff built up, property and other little things built up that you can pass on and others can inherit. That is the whole point of creating and passing on generational wealth. That as far as Black folks, we're not brung up on that. That is not our educational stronghold that our parents have impressed upon us as growing up. Our parents is fooled into, make your child an athlete, make your child a rapper, make your child an entertainer, and back in the days, those people used to be called jesters. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was in the court or just in public. You know what I'm saying? A jester, that's a person that just entertains. You know what I'm saying? Does silly stuff just for entertainment. Does anything just to try to get a laugh or get a view or get a look or get a response. All right. And then, I'm thankful for being old school because I know these old school terms, you know what I'm saying? So I know what to revert to when I need to, what the hell was they trying to say? Oh, that's what it was. This old, right. Same story going on right now, with our current administration and a lot of its ongoing practices that they doing. It's the Chicken Little story. If you know what the Chicken Little story is, then you know how to come on in. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is. It's just the Chicken Little story all over again. I'm going to share this link real quick on Facebook. Give me 1 second. So people won't be like, hey, you didn't share the show with me. And I would be like, my bad. And I got to find this doggone letter that I sent off. And yeah, 1 second. I sent the letter on too. Got like that on like to click on links and shit, man. I mean, on the link, I share some good information. All right. Boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. So we'll sing that damn song already. I'm sorry, people. But it's all good because it's a good song. So keep on doing what you do. Home skillet. All right. Now I was looking for something that I just wrote up. And I have to figure out which one I used to drum up the plan. All right. So what I end up doing, okay, so we talk about 2 subjects today, just spoiler alert real quick. I ended up talking, I was talking to the guy, Steve, and he said, we were just chopping it up, blah, 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 to the squaw. And, at 47, it's a good idea to be thinking about saving for retirement and stuff like that. But practically, all practical purposes, you're too young to reap any kind of benefits that affect people that's 50 plus. And it's Crypto Tony in the building. Oh, we got special guest, people. We got an unorthodox guest in the building. He ain't a veteran, but he a veteran. And before I bring him up in here, his name is Crypto Tony. He's real good brother. He's a veteran in his own right. But we do a show on Monday mornings called the Bitcoin and Mo Show, and we talk about stock and crypto information, but we don't give out advice. And the brother right here is at work, so I know if he's tuning in, he's just tuning in for support, and that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? It's much love and appreciation. All right, but so while I was talking to him, he shared with me. You know, I was like, listen, I'm fighting trying to get my VA claim approved. All right, I said they keep kicking the can down the road. It's been 16 years, and I'm not really getting anywhere. I said I had another fellow vet. Shouts out number 242 out there who said who mentioned this is going to be, I'm gonna cover both of these, but she mentioned a drill sergeant told her in basic training that if she ever had problems with the military, I guess as far as filing claims and all of that, that she should contact the governor's office. And that was just another means, you know what I'm saying, I never thought about. And then while I was talking on the phone to Steve, people, and this is the thing, every conversation might not seem to be the right conversation for you, but it's for you. You just have to listen between the words, listen between the lines. While we were sitting here talking, and he was, you know, trying to tell me what he couldn't do for me, and sorry for wasting my time and calling, and I was like, bro. He said, he asked me one question though, after I said all of my spiel about my battle with the VA. He said, well, have you tried or have you applied for Social Security disability? And, you know, of course, I never heard, you know what I'm saying? I've heard of Social Security, you know. But I never thought, you know, it applied to me. I thought it was for older people. You know, I thought you had to get that certain age threshold to where you could start claiming it. But when you in my situation, people, and you've put in a lot for the military. I put in 110%. While everybody, a lot of dudes around me was just putting in 75, 50, 75%. I was putting in 110%. But that 110%, you know what I'm saying, after you know, in your 20s, you know what I'm saying, when you 21, 22, you know what I'm saying, and 18 and 19, 20, 21, 22, when you at that young age, you know, you don't feel things. You don't feel nothing. You're invincible. That's why the military chooses young people at such a young age, because our mind is not even fully developed to understand, you know, being grown up. Joining the military, you first thing that you do when you put your hand in the air is you give up your life to an institution. You give up your freedoms to an institution. So it's almost like being incarcerated with benefits. And that's how I explain to people. It's no difference. It's I've been on both sides of the. Good morning, brother. It ain't
What up,
top of
man?
the trading morning, but we are trading this morning. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Hey,
sir. How you doing, man?
it ain't top of the trade morning, but it is a good trade morning. Listen, people, anytime this brother come around, you will always see me take financial breaks. You know what I'm saying, to check in on stuff. Again, like I told you, we do a show called the Bitcoin and Mo show on Monday mornings. You know, and we give out stock and crypto information, tidbits, stuff that you should be reading in between the lines of what we saying, because we ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? But we giving you some information that you truthfully should be tuning in on. Damn, XRP, that's what I'm talking about. Excuse me, people.
What are you buying?
XRP is at 324.
Yeah, what platform are you buying on? I gotta come to that platform after I was.
On which one?
Where you broadcast on? What platform?
Oh, Robinhood.
No, what platform are you broadcasting on? YouTube?
Stream. Well, yeah, YouTube. I mean, I'm broadcasting through StreamYard, but I'm going through YouTube through the Hidden Valor show. So it's not on ours. It's not on Bitcoin and Mo show. It's actually on Hidden Valor.
Send me that thing. That's why I can't find it. Send me that thing.
Right. You still at the job. I'm what's there holding down the 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? I don't really lie. I just want to give a quick check. And I mean, man, XRP is rolling 323 people. This is just in case you might happen to be into stock and crypto. Doge is up to 21.21, and everybody else is still tripping. Virgin Galactic is at 381. Hey, people, listen, 381. Yo. Virgin Galactic at 381. Oh, did you already send me that?
No, I've been seeing that shit all morning. I think the last one I did 373.
Wait a minute. Okay, there we go. Damn, that bit went up to 399. It peaked up to 399. It peaked up to 403. $9.55, it hit 403.
I'm so bad right now, bro.
We in it for the 10X. If y'all don't know what the 10X is, you need to go back to season 1. You know what I'm saying? Tune in and check us out on Bitcoin and Mo show. All right, so now I check those two things out. Okay. All right, so with the Social Security, all right, so it was like, did you file for Social Security disability benefits? And I was like, no, I thought it was age limited, and it wasn't. So I went and started looking up the details, on how to file it, the whoop. And come to find out, I actually, qualify. So I started filling out all the, it's going to take you about an hour, maybe 2 hours to actually fill all the information out. But you want to be as detailed as possible, and be truthful. It's just clicks, you know what I'm saying? And then at the end, you can add your additional information, just all your supporting information. So now what I did, of course, people, if y'all always hear me talk, I should have a ChatGPT shirt on. I probably should be one of the board members, or definitely invested in the ChatGPT, because I push the platform so heavy. I push it real heavy. It's a great platform to get quick information that you can use. It's not wasteless information. So what I did was I went on the ChatGPT and I typed it in. You know what I'm saying? And I was let me pull up my little thing here. So when I typed it in, it started taking me down the rabbit hole, of course. You know what I'm saying? And that's 9 times out of 10 what's going to happen when you deal with ChatGPT and you start throwing in your issues or what you're trying to get out of it, what you're trying to figure out. So now what we have is templates. So I have the template for Social Security. Oh, man, come on, people, y'all piss me off. Man, this shit pissed me off. I know fucking well. Excuse me, people. I'm sorry. It seems like every time I got too many ChatGPT pages. Obviously, I can't find all of my doggone. I keep I got so many different accounts because one thing with Chat GPT, it'll log out on you. It only give you a certain amount of time, I guess you want to call it, or search results that it'll produce, and then it'll time out on you. So yeah. So now I got to figure out where I put the doggone, where I put that particular search at. Got so many searches. All right, here we go. I think this is it. VA claim assistance. I think this might be it. Let me see. Without. See me on YouTube. I'm on Hidden Valor show on YouTube. Let me try to find myself on YouTube. Let's find ourselves on YouTube. Where are we at? Hold on, people. Let me find myself. I don't know where I'm at. Shit. Damn, but y'all stupid ass people. Who the fuck got money and driving anyways? If you got money, why the fuck are you even driving? You got money, bitch. Don't worry about driving no more. Anyway, my bad. Yeah, I see you at the favorited app. Yeah. Shouts out to the favorited app out there, man. Y'all looking for a social media streaming app to get down on. Normally tuned in, but this morning we on something else. What am I looking for on YouTube? I'm looking for myself. The Hidden Valor show. Yeah, there we go. You need to file these documents. Week 4. Yep. We live. That's the Hidden Valor show. That's what you're looking for. All you gotta do is type that in, and then we live. It pops up because I see it. And I'm one person that's watching. All right, so let me look real quick. What's this? It's yep, bam. That's what I was talking about. All right, people, y'all finna get to see something, and I'm gonna share this information because it doesn't have any kind of private information linked to it. So I can go ahead and show y'all the letter. Actually, I'm download it and then copy it. And this way I don't have to show all my other information. But hold on. This way I won't release personal information. But so I got a template that this template that I'm finna share is the template that I'm gonna be sending out to all my friends, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody that was in our that was in my unit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we all. Yeah, here we go. We all pretty much got screwed over by the same thing. And but we all got the same MOS, so everything pretty much applies. Everything that you see that I speak about in this letter, yeah, it can be used, by somebody else. So, but let me show y'all this because I'm gonna send this out to I got to download. I'm gonna re-edit this and then just send it over to Stoutamaire and anybody else who want to use it. Take all my information out and then allow anybody to use it. All right, but let me show you real quick what I'm talking about. All right. All right. I got you. Shouts out to Crypto Tony, man. Yeah. Doing hard walk out there. Hard walk. And getting it in. All right, we're taking a little slide. Virgin taking a little dip slide. 375. Oh, good, because I couldn't catch up to you over here. No way. But XRP still rolling, so we good. All right. All right, so let me check back on this stock real quick, people. Y'all got to excuse me. When these stocks are moving, people, you got to sit up here and be in the let me watch it though. You know what I'm saying? You got to be into the know. You got to watch it, because just as quick as the stock can go up, the stock can definitely come crashing down. So you got to have your stop profit losses set. Have your mental mindset, you know, where you want to take your money out at, the gains that you want to achieve off of it. And then, you know, let it do what it do. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen real quick and show y'all what I'm talking about. All right. Again, you can go, this is strictly off of, well, this is the information I got was off of ChatGPT. And I'm going to share you two documents. All right, so this is the first document. This is the document that you're going to send to the governor. All right. Now let me remove that. Where is it? All right, hold on, people. Wait a minute. Stop sharing that real quick. Oh no, it didn't do what I needed it to do. All right, so everybody should be able to see. What the hell? Why ain't no? I don't see this tab though. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, so y'all see the tab. Okay, so and now I'm in Florida. You know what I'm saying? So again, you would have to be state specific. But our governor, you know what I'm saying? He you know, jumps up and down. He loves the vets and supports the vets and stuff like that. So this is one route, people. I mean, there's no one way, you know what I'm saying, to help expedite your claims. But taking it to the federal level, you know, is definitely a route you can take. It's free. It only costs you a stamp. Only thing about this process, people, in the whole claims process, there is a chain of command. You cannot lose your military train of thought. Okay, there's a chain of command process that you have to follow in any process, but especially when you're dealing with the military. And that's what it be like when they always tell you, have you exhausted all channels, or have you exhausted all of your means? Have you exhausted? I'm exhausted after 16 years. Yes, I'm exhausted from sitting here having to fight and battle and, you know, go there with a country that I've served. You know, I did my part. I gave my life. I gave my mental. I gave my physical. I gave up some of my spiritual. You know what I'm saying? I gave up a lot to be the property of the United States of America and to be expendable property, as they will, you know, gladly tell you, you are expendable property. So, you know, you keep that in mind, you know how to govern yourself accordingly. All right. But anywho, this is what you can do. So ChatGPT, you can go and this is what you would ask it to do. Okay. Well, first of all, let me see what I asked it to do. I can give y'all the whole template. Hold on. All right, so let me do this. Share this tab. This is chat. This is right off of Chat GPT. Okay, that's what I put into the prompt. So all you got to type into the prompt. I was advised to write a letter to the governor of Florida's office to assist with my VA disability claim, where I've been denied 4 times in the past 16 years thus far, and have only been recently been approved for my tinnitus claim, but denied the rest for hearing loss, neck, back, wrist, and ankle issues with current documented diagnosis. And from there, it started, you know what I'm saying, to go ham. This is what it's going to tell you. Thank you. Here's your draft. This is a professional and persuasive letter to the governor's office. And that's the template. All right. This is the actual template with nothing filled in and fancy. This is what I needed to re-download actually and send to Stoutamaire. It's going to be your full name, address, city, state, zip code, phone number, email address, and date. Right underneath that. This is the format, people. Stick to the format. Stick to the script. Don't write this like you writing a letter to your grandma or Santa Claus. This is very direct, and you're writing this to the governor's office. All right, not to the governor himself. You're not writing to, you know, like y'all used to talk about, I'm going to write a letter to Obama. For what? Follow the chain of command, people. It's a whole other bunch of people you should be contacting way before you talk about contacting the president. And if you haven't contacted, you know what I'm saying, your governor's office, not your mayor's office. Mayor ain't gonna have no jurisdiction over VA veterans claims. All right, unless they are veteran themselves and they know some loopholes. But their office has nothing to do with VA claims. You're taking it to the federal level for a reason. Once you're taking it to this federal level, that means you exhausted all of the channels that you can possibly exhaust, and you're reaching the last avenue. The last ultimate is a congressional is the file for I believe a congressional hearing, and I'm gonna look up that information because that's what another vet he passed off to me. Shouts out to Zulu Style, the movement. Incorporated out there, Mama's Sport Production, and he was like, yeah, man, you need to file a congressional too. So I need to look that information up, because people, you got to file everything. Okay, we're dealing with an institution that for whatever reason sitting on $6 billion and does not want to dish it out to those that have served and have earned the benefits and have earned the available resources. And if they was just so available and in our faces, I'd be sitting here. I wouldn't be sitting here. I'd be out enjoying the doggone benefits and everything they telling us that, you know what I'm saying, we supposed to be taking advantage of. Anyhow, you go down, and our governor is the Honorable Ron DeSantis. That's the whole office information. The governor of Florida, office of the governor, 400 South Monroe Street, Tallahassee, Florida, 32399. And this is just the little gist of it. Dear Governor DeSantis, this is your name. My name is, put your name in there, proud veteran resident of your city or county, Florida. This is just a template. And with this, you can go through and edit, or go to Chat GPT, take that same prompt and put your own information in it. You know what I'm saying? If it's been 50 years, 25 years, 10 years, whatever, you know, and how many times you've been denied, put all that in, and then let it start to go to work. All right, for you specifically, because this went to work for me specifically. And I was a 93 Papa flight operations specialist. So all of my claims are hearing or musculoskeletal problems. You know what I'm saying? Wrist, neck, ankle, and my lower lumbar, which is my lower back. All, you know, have documented issues. And again, when you deal with a culture that likes to just kick the can down the road, it is what it is, and this is what we get. All right. But again, so you can go down, and the only thing you're going to do is you're going to just put your information in, and there you go. And it's going to ring your governor up. It's going to give you all of the language that you need. Okay, this is called legalese. All right, this is not just writing a hey DeSantis, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, buddy. I need your help, buddy. Can you? No, you won't. You will not be doing that. That is not. That is not what we do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I see 385 space going up. It's supposed to hit space SPCE people. Supposed to sorry, this is a side note. But it's supposed to hit 407. That's the target. Next target of support is 407. So just letting you know that, you know what I'm saying? Target of support is 407. All right, so let's get back over here and finish this up. Okay. Oh, wait a minute, what was that? No. Okay. And then it's gonna give you all the support and information that you need. I'm seeking your support in helping elevate my case or in guiding me toward any state level veterans resources or advocacy channels that might intervene or assist in this matter. I'm not asking for special treatment, only for a fair and thorough review based on the facts and medical evidence I have presented, people. I mean, I went through a program with over 18 damn doctors. And you telling me out of all them 18 doctors, they were just throwing around fluff with everything that they documented in the whole 5 to 6 month period that they dealt with me? Like, come on, people. It's just no. So again, this is okay. And then once you're done with this, the only thing you're gonna do is go to the bottom of it right there, and we're just gonna click copy. And once you click copy, then you're gonna bring it up into your the Google Docs. I like to use Google Docs because it's free and it's quick. All right, just type it into your web browser, Google Docs, and it automatically pop up. You don't even have to go through your email address and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So, and then you just start filling in your own personal information, update it with your stuff, and then copy it and then send it off. It's just that simple, That's one avenue. All right. That's definitely one avenue that you can pursue. That is one avenue that you can start at first. Very simple. And then just sit back and wait. I'm waiting. I did it last week. I sent it to him. When did I send this letter to him? July 11th. You know what I'm saying? I sent it to him July 11th. It's July 17th. So just waiting on a response back. Any response is going to be a good response. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to, you're bringing your issues, you're bringing your matter to the highest, well, not the Supreme Court would be the highest, but to one of the highest in your chain of command, to get things done. Now, okay, so we talked about that, which is the letter to your governor. All right, letter to your governor. The other thing that I was just covering on here was, and where is it? Okay, there it is. Okay, so share this tab. All right, now another veteran shared this with me. Now, and this is crazy. Okay, now this is where Steve comes in at. Shouts out to Steve May. All right, so and again, I shared this at the beginning of the show. I'm gonna share it one more time. So me and Judge Dredd, the amazing Judge Dredd, shouts out to one of my veteran buddies. We always invite each other to the little dinners. They give you the free, come and join us for free and eat here, eat there, all these places. And we always, certain restaurants that we don't care what they talk about, we gonna go and get that free meal. You know what I'm saying? And Grillsmith is one of those restaurants. 5-star restaurant, always got good food. Just they always look out for us on Veterans Day, so we love the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? And it's well worth it to even go just on your own personal time. It is a 5-star restaurant, so the prices, you know what I'm saying, you govern yourself accordingly and go out to be expecting to have a good time and not worrying about the price. All right. But as we sat there and listened to the whole, little spill and everything, and we got the information at the end, he hands out his card and puts your little date that he's gonna be talking to you. And so, long story short, when he called me, he called the wrong person. He meant to call Mason Judge Dredd. Because when he called me, he was like, "Yeah, man, I got that 401k information and your IRA information for you." And I'm like, 401k? I think you got the wrong person. And but then he was like, I said, "Yeah, this is the guy that came with Ken. This is Dave." And he was like, oh, hey brother, sorry about that, man. And I was just supposed to follow up with you too. I'm like, yeah. And he was like, well, cool. I still, let's get it. So he started talking, and basically people, I'm 47. All right. So you can't retire. I mean, not on paper at 47. Like, yeah, you can make stock and crypto plays and monetarily be retired. But I'm saying age-wise, as far as getting any kind of benefits from this government for the work that you so-called put in for whatever amount of time, you can't start doing that till you get over 50, 55, 60, 65, all of those different levels, you know what I'm saying, age increments to start taking advantage of, those benefits. But I like to go to these places anyways, because again, you need to be up on this information, people. This is financial information that you need that is not being taught nowhere in school. And it's not being shared with your family. Like we don't have a barbecue and start talking about family trust. We don't have dinner night, you know what I'm saying? And writing out wills and trust. We don't have bingo night at the house and talk about IRAs or anything, you know what I'm saying? We don't do that as in our family circles, and we don't do that in our friend circles. So that's something that's missing. That's information that's missing that we should be sharing. All right. But in talking to him, one thing that he did to ask me, he said, and as I was telling them, I'm fighting with the VA and blah, blah, blah. It's been 16 years. He said, man, that's crazy. First of all, that's crazy. Yes, it is absolutely crazy when you try to tell people about your problems and that you've been fighting an organization that you gave your life up for 16 years. Over 16 years now that you've been fighting just to get some type of recognition, some type of assistance to help with our ailments. We all have ailments. Even if you only went through basic training, you are suffering with a mental, because these people just threw bullets and shot bullets and threw bombs over your head and made you stick your head into the ground and climb under barbed wire and simulate a real war scenario at night, daytime and at night, you know what I'm saying? And just the sounds, like I still hear that shit in my head. Like, you don't know, and you don't know the picture of seeing bullets with tracers. And if you don't know what a tracer is, that's that when you see bullets be flying and they have that little red streak, that's a tracer that's put onto the bullet so they can track the direction of the bullets, you know what I'm saying? So they can keep their aim correct. But you have somebody shooting, I don't care if they blanks or whatever, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But I know that that if I felt like if I stuck my hand up, that's how low the bullets it seemed to be flying over us. And that's why we had to keep our heads pressed into the ground, into the dirt as we low crawled, you know what I'm saying, on the Constantine wire, not barbed wire, people. Constantine is a whole different barbed wire. That's barbed wire's big brother or father. You know what I'm saying? He birthed out barbed wire. Constantine is on a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? Constantine is that stuff that you see around prisons now, because people was jumping over barbed wire like it wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Throw a blanket over barbed wire, you have no problem. You ain't throwing a blanket over Constantine. it's ripping every time it moves something. It starts to try to shred that particular item. But anyway, in talking to him though, he did ask me, did I apply for Social Security disability? And to that, I told him no, I never heard of it. I didn't know I could. But I am definitely going to look into it directly after this conversation when we hang up. And that's exactly what I did. So what did I do? Went directly to ChatGPT and typed in Social Security disability, you know what I'm saying? And what I asked it, let me see if I have it up here. Because it's in my other one. Well, yeah, let me go to the other one because I want to give you the actual script. Let me make sure. Okay, yeah, this was just the letter. Okay. I'm gonna give you the language too that I actually use. That's very, very important. To get the language to what you're speaking in the Chat GPT with. Okay, where was I just at? Hold on, now I gotta remember it because I'm again. Where was not Bitcoin. Everything's supposed to be under Hidden Valor. All my searches now should be under Hidden Valor, but they are not set up that way. So, all right. And once again, you are tuned to the Hidden Valor Show right here live each and every Thursday morning, normally at 10 a.m., getting it in and bringing you hidden resources and benefits that most people ain't telling you about. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let me see if this was it. Let me see if this was it. Un segundo. Come on, man. Come on, Janji. Okay, no, this was still. Okay, this was okay. All right, all right. That's the wrong one. I'm already in now. All right, let me go back in. Also, if you're looking, it's a lot of YouTube videos. All right, so they are helpful. I studied up for the CMP exam, and it was funny because what the guys shared. You know what I'm saying? It actually happened right there in the room. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, wow, look at this going down. She's trying to pull Paula tricks on me, and they will do it, people. It is what it is. It's the nature of the beast. It's the game. You know what I'm saying? Some people are just getting paid to do a job, and they don't have empathy or sympathy for veterans. Some do, but a lot don't. And it is what it is. And that's troubling, but it is what it is. Okay, so I'm looking for. Okay. This is what I'm looking for. All right. I'm looking for. Okay, here we go. Let me share this tab. All right. So now this was for. This is what I typed in looking for. Help. I worked in the private industry. Actually, wait a minute. I went all the way up here. Hold on. This was yeah. All right, so let me go back all the way back to the beginning. All right, so this is how it started. I was initially trying to do a VA Form 21 438, which was a statement in support of my claim. I did fill that out, and this is helpful when you're going to any of your exams. You can always just hand this to your doctor and have them submit this into your file. So it is helpful, you know what I'm saying? And me personally, anytime I'm going somewhere and I can submit a file, I'm turning it into them, because you never know who and who's not, you know what I'm saying, filling in information for you. Give me 1 second. Hit me up on the back line. Who's this? Oh yeah, we got the 7 o'clock tonight. I got a good meeting that I'm going to attend. Investment meeting. I'll let y'all know how that goes. All right, so so I put I first started out getting my statement in support of claim letter. All right, and this is my whole statement, blah 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 blah. At the end, you put your name, sign it, date it, phone number, email, boom. All right, then I went and added some more information. Okay, ChatGPT, if you remember stuff, add it. Don't worry about it, just keep adding it. Don't worry about trying to be in order. ChatGPT will put everything in order and make everything sound sense for it. You know what I'm saying? Make it sound good. Okay, so now I got my VA form, personal statement. Now, this is everything. So I went back and say, should I include my substance abuse and suicidal ideation? Yep, supposed to put all that in there. All right, so I went back through and put all that in there, and boom, it redid it for me, put all my issues back in it. And this is how it talks to you, you know what I'm saying? Because you put some personal information into it, and there you go. All right, so it kept finalizing, and then finally it gave me the product that I needed. Bam, downloaded your updated form, and there you go. So now what I went and did was say, after they put me up on game, I said, well, can I use this information to apply for Social Security disability benefits? It's the same statement, people. It's a statement. Everybody wants just a statement. So all that same information is good information. And look what it said. Absolutely. The detailed information you put together for your VA claim is highly relevant and helpful if you decide to apply for Social Security Disability Insurance, which is SSDI, or Supplemental Security Income, which is SSI. All right. And I applied for the disability because I applied for both of them, but I applied specifically for the disability insurance because I have documented documented disability. I've had hearing loss, hearing issues since I was a child. And that is no excuse, because if you know that and you allow me to come on your job, you would put me into the office. You wouldn't put me into loud environments that can exasperate my injuries. You wouldn't do that. I mean, but if you did that, then you at the end of the day, you should know that you should be held responsible for that. All right. Okay. So that's what I did. I put all that in there, kicked out all of this kind of good information. I copied and pasted. And then this is what it also tells you at the end. Include the same timeline of injury, symptoms, and treatments in your disability application. You're going to bring up your VA records, CMP exams, VA hospital treatment notes, program complete. Let me tell you something too, people. These notes, oh my Lord. When you go to va.gov, and you should be signed up on va.gov, you are doing yourself a very disservice if you are not signed up on va.gov. If you do not know how to go and sign up on va.gov, you need to go to the Veterans Hospital, any VA, any VFW, any DAV, and they can get you signed up on va.gov with ease. You need to be on va.gov because this is where all of your information is at, and this is where they are recording every single thing about you. Every single time you call into the VA, there is a note. Tap, tap, tap. Veteran Private Roundtree called, said his neck hurt. Private Roundtree called to set an appointment. Private Roundtree called just to have whatever. They keep a log, a detailed log, which are notes every single time that you call into the VA. I have over 150 something pages that I didn't even know of notes since my very first initial day of going into the VA and getting my VA card. This information is so vital, people, because when you go to va.gov, you can go. Matter of fact, I can go ahead and show you. Let me just show you. It's better to show you. It's better to show you. Hold on. It's better to show you, people. I mean, it's one thing to kind of talk about it, but when you see it for yourself, and especially for those who are not signed up to the va.gov website, it is a little bit you got to go through. You got to sign up with this new ID me and all that kind of little protocol, because they're trying to cut down on whatever fraud and all that kind of stuff. So go in, do your two-factor authentication, signs you in. You'll receive your little code, text it to your phone. Get my code. All right. Wait for my code to come in, 430828. Don't worry, the codes change every single time, so it's not a secret passcode or anything. All right, so now let me share this tab in just a second. This pulls up. It's taking its time to pull up. All right, when it pulls up, all right, we'll be okay, so here we go. All right. Here's my this is my actual account that we are in. This is the little information that it tells you stuff has been moved. All right. What you end up wanting when you go here, and I believe we want My Healthy Vet. We don't want account information. That's not what I want. My Healthy Vet. All right. So right here, you see the little logo, and then it'll tell you that they've moved, and then you click the link because it'll redirect you. And we already signed in with the blah, blah, blah. Blah, this, blah, they, okay. And then it brings you to va.gov, which is a redirect to this new homepage or whatever that they sent up here to use. Okay, so what you want is these tabs up at the top is what you're trying to make sure you always want to pay attention to. Your appointments right here, if you click on it, that'll let you know all of the current if you have any appointments upcoming, pending, or past, or if you need to schedule an appointment, you can do all of that right here. And that shows my upcoming appointments. Got a video appointment Wednesday, August 6th, and then some follow-up appointments in December. They go all the way out to your last scheduled appointment. All right, which is cool because you might, need to try to remember, like, dang, man, I don't remember my last appointment. You can go here, click on past, and then this will bring up all of your past appointment information. So you can go here and document wherever, so you can see where you actually been, who you seen, and all that kind of good stuff. And when you filling out these forms, some of this information does need to be date and time and specific. So they, you know, when was your last audiology appointment? Well, June 20th, 10 a.m. at James Haley Veterans Hospital. You know what I'm saying? It's very specific. I had a mental health eval with Yvonne King. You know what I'm saying? June 13th, 9:30 a.m. So some information has to be listed specifically on these forms. You can go ahead and check out messages. If docs, you know, people done left you a message. This is a private in message box that's only set up between you and your providers, and anything that they want to send you, you'll see it here in your message box. You also got medications that list all of your current medications that you own. So if you go into a emergency room or something, and somebody needs to know your medication list, if they have access to your Mind Health, they can go in here and actually click on medications and tell the doctor all of the medications and stuff that you own, if they don't have access to the medical records for whatever strange reason. More importantly is records. Okay, when you click here on records and you scroll down, you can go through everything that you kind of need to know. These are your vitals. You can download your medical records, health conditions, allergies, vaccines. This is what you really want. Care summaries and notes. All right. Care summaries and notes, meaning, wait a minute. Oh, okay. I'm like, before 2013, like what? And then it's gonna take a little minute because I have a lot of notes that need to be pulled up. So let these notes pull up. But I'll show you real quick. Once again, shouts out to 03 Sergeant Stoutamaire, you know what I'm saying? Who listen, people, and I'm telling you, it's so crazy as I'm looking at this, you know. Looking up this information. All right. So here, every time you call in, you know what I'm saying? I call in July 1st, asking about information for homeless call centers information. Because I've been calling, you know, looking for hidden resources and benefits. So I'm calling about everything, and they redirect me. Mental health program, individual notes, discharge notes, cancellations. This is when I went through all of these are every single note that I mean, all the way back from day one. Every single note, there's a note that's taken on you. Every time you call in, every time you go and visit, every time you ask the VA, request something, they leave a note. These notes are very important because you can go back and use these notes, depending on how powerful they was, and download the notes and attach these notes with all of this kind of pertinent information, and you can attach the notes to your supporting claim, which is what I did. All right, I went and got all of those notes and took the notes that were specific, that a doctor specifically said something about my diagnosis, not just, you know, Mr. Roundtree came in today for a visit. No. Mr. Roundtree came in today for a visit, complaining of lower neck, issue, you know, pain cream, something like that. All right, you want, you know, that's substance right there, not just, you know, he came in for a visit and we told him to go home. Okay, no, you want to you need some beefed up information, and that's where you can go to get it at va.gov. Go to your records, and then again go to your notes, the case summary and notes, and then you can get all your support and evidence that you'll need to when you submitting all these different when you're submitting all these different people. All right, so yeah, and again on ChatGPT, it's going to tell you how to use all of this information, people. All right. At the bottom, once you go and do your whole search, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and it's going to tell you how to use. Or if it doesn't, then you type in how to use this information, and it's going to pull up, you know what I'm saying, what you need. And it's so helpful. Look at this. Key differences with Social Security versus VA. The VA is about service connection, while the Social Security Administration is only about ability to work. Can you work? No matter where the condition came from. SSA focuses, which is the Social Security Administration, focuses heavily on medical records from all providers. Function reports, hint, 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 hint. The reports, those notes, and sometimes independent consultative exams, CMP exams, MRI exams, CAT scans. All those are specific. You know what I'm saying? That's what they talk about specifically. And so when you type it in, yes, you can absolutely reuse most of this narrative. ChatGPT will even reformat it into a sample SSDI or SSI function statement and even help you draft your SSA 3373, which is your function report for an adult, as an adult. And I mean, if you keep going down the rabbit hole, it's just going to continue to keep giving you the information that you need. I just kept putting in, okay, I work for this, I work for that. Okay, well, thank you for sharing those details. That's exactly the kind of real world functional example Social Security needs. Right. Goes back in, redoes it, puts all that information back in for me. And what's my end product? I got all this good information now that I can go and use and copy and paste and use it where I need to use it at. Copy and paste it. And it also it's going to continuously tell you how to use it. Copy and paste. This is for your online application, or attach it as a personal statement. You can use it to answer the function, which it is a function report where they're going to ask you about lifting, sitting, standing, hearing, concentrating, and completing tasks. They're going to ask you all of that. And if you have a consultative exam, which is a CMP exam, then you can actually, which I did, I didn't bring this specific form, but I did bring my other, the VA form 21, I think it's 21438. Yeah, I believe that's the number, 21438. I got the number written down. I mean, I have the information, but I believe that is what it is on top. And that's what I attached. It was just a personal statement. You know, that's all it is. It's just a personal statement, but it's put in VA language. And so what I did from here, I just kept going down as I remembered stuff. I was like, oh man, wait a minute. I participated in this program. Boom, put it in there. Put it, put this in there. Oh, and then it came back and gave me more information. It's going to keep revising this until you just, you know what I'm saying, until you exhaust it. And then I even put in for the budget, estimating your total earnings. You know, just to give you a little sample, you know, what can I provide as total earnings for 2024 and 2025 if I'm self-employed? And I just put an example in it because I just, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to be using real world information. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to put all your business in there, but you just want to outline because these searches and everything are saved, people. So be careful, you know what I'm saying, about putting all your personal information in the ChatGPT, because if there's somebody else, you know what I'm saying, that has to provide maintenance to the platform. So that means your information is stored. So that means your information can be accessed by a third party. So don't go put your social security numbers and all that type of stuff. Use that when you actually bring your information up into Google Docs and all that kind of stuff. And why this matters. So for SSDI, they look at substantial gainful activity, which is SGA. So in 2025, the SGA threshold is about $1,470 a month. So just for an example, so if I just said I'm only making $200 a week, that's less than $866 a month. So I'm below the SGA threshold, which is good for disability eligibility. For SSI, They care about the total monthly countable income. So it still counts, but you probably stay under the limit after the deductions. And there you go. So now this is tips. Keep a simple ledger notebook showing your weekly sales. Save the receipts. And all of that, because that lowers your net income, which matters for SSI. Also file a Schedule C on your tax return, even a simple one, and that'll prove your earnings and costs. So that's some tips, you know what I'm saying, that Chat GPT will just, again, keep going down that rabbit hole and ask you more information. You know, you need to draft a short statement, include your VA or SSA forms, explain your self-employment income. I had it reduced. I said reduce it so I can make it 750 characters friendly, because it's a point during the application process and the remarks where it's going to say, well, you can only put 750 characters in it, 15 lines of text. So I just had it condense it, and there's the condensed version. Put the condensed version, and then when I got to the end of the document where it allowed me to post up to 2,000 words of my supporting documents, I posted the whole letter in its entirety. And yeah, so there you go. All right, bring Mr. Crypto Tony back up in here, because people, that was my focus for today's show. I just wanted to expose those two hidden resources that hit me so hard in the face, man. But it makes sense, people, when you start really just thinking about this whole process, okay, and different people that you have to contact. Our whole United States of America was built off of loopholes. Every single thing is got a loophole connected to it, and so once you figure that out, you either expose the loophole, or you just go around and don't worry about the loophole and get in where you fit in. But first thing, if you've been over 10 years being denied, and you've been denied at least over twice, you should be writing a letter to your government. All right, you should send a letter off just explaining, hey, this is my second attempt at disability, and it's been 10 years. I'm not getting anywhere. I feel like I'm being ignored. Can you, boom. All right. Just as simple as that. Send that off and wait. Whatever the office is, they're going to give you the answers. The office will give you the answer, people. You just have to read in between the lines of what they're sending you back. Even if it's not even going to be a denial, but it's going to be some wording says this office has reviewed your paperwork, and unfortunately we can't help but this. You can try out this. That's what you're looking for, the but. You're looking for the but. You're looking for the, okay, oh, that's what it was. See, that's the whole conversation with Steve was kind of a pointless conversation. But if I didn't sit up there and throw some information out to lead him into what I needed, he would have never sit up there and told me about the Social Security disability. He would never ask me. And then I've asked Zulu Style Movement, shouts out to Zulu Style. I asked Judge Dredd. I asked my lady out there, Miss Tyler. I've asked Chef Jay Lewis. I've asked a whole bunch of people, man, and everybody confirmed. Everybody sat up there and said, well, yeah, I got my own Social Security. I'm getting Social Security disability. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I need that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever avenue that it takes, you know, I want to take that avenue, and I want to make it happen. So, Chat GPT, people, you go on all over YouTube, and you have people trying to sell you programs, courses, and all that. I don't have time to sell you anything. I'm trying to get my VA disability money and get on about my business. All right. And in the meantime, I want to bring everybody up with proof positive information. Not smoke and mirrors, not this is it. This is the number one, Winner, because there's no such thing. There is no such thing. I done clicked on all these videos, people. I'm telling you, I'm trying a million different avenues now. I would be the guinea pig and try it for you. But again, I know a lot of these people out here, you know, even though they claim themselves, claiming that they're veterans, you know, people, you know, hey, they got paid. They've gotten their disability, or they're getting paid off of their content that they're providing. There's no hate on that. More power to you. That is not what the Hidden Valor show is about. Hidden Valor show is about giving you hidden resources and benefits that are due to all veterans that we have not been privy to. And it's been hidden in plain sight. And when I sit up here and talk to fellow veterans, and they all tell me, yeah, well, I filed for Social Security disability benefits. I thought everybody did. Well, obviously everybody doesn't know about that. And again, that's an age thing, because all of these people that I spoke about are all older than me, are all at least 10 years my senior, except for brother Stoutamaire. But everybody else is 10 years my senior. So yeah, but then again, we do not have these type of conversations, period, around friends, period, around family, and as fellow veterans, the conversation just doesn't come up. Who wants to sit around and talk about Social Security disability benefits? That's not the, you know what I'm saying? That's not, oh yeah, that's a good conversation to have today. No, nobody's bringing that up, you know, but it's a conversation that as a veteran, we should be having, and we need to be having more of. All right. So on that note, we've completed our good time right here on the show. I'd like to thank Mr. Crypto Tony. Again, you want to see more of us, man. You can see us on Mondays, actually. Mondays on the Bitcoin and Mo show, known as Smelly Coins. On that show, he's known as Crypto Tony. And we give out, people, I'm telling, we give out so much information. We're in our second season. We cover 10 terms every week. And we now are going into week 29. And we got a book. We got a whole book that we have put together. It's in revision right now, but it's together. It's completed. It just needs to be completed as far as getting everything together. We're in a revision. We got a dictionary. We have activity books. We got a whole bunch of stuff planned. We got a bunch of stuff planned. You know what I'm saying? For as far as the Bitcoin and Mo show and the BIBE, basic information before investing everything. The book comes out. It's a 25,000 plus word book currently. And it's accompanied with a 500 word dictionary. All right. That's there's one book over here. The 500 word page dictionary, 500 word dictionary is over here. It's two separate books. And then our activity books, which we're also going to be having. It's going to have crossword puzzles, a word search, you know, coloring the crypto. You know what I'm saying? Like all kind of cool little activities, you know, to influence younger people to, you know, get into the stock and crypto game, people, because the digital divide is for them. Really, our shows that we do are for younger people, and we just some older people that's, you know what I'm saying, got the information that we trying to get younger people and people our age, you know what I'm saying, to invest in and take seriously, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't tune in, people, you will get traded out. If you don't tune in, you will get traded out. I'm just saying. Yeah. And on that note, we're about to get up out of here once again. This is